What's up, everyone? My name is Brandon, and this is the first video series of my transformation. I'm calling this The Road to 300, and I'll explain why I chose that as we get into the video. So a little bit of background. So when I graduated high school back in 2011, the summer 2011, I was about 165 pounds, and I was in pretty good shape. I wasn't really eating that healthy, but I was very active, played basketball a lot, was always, doing some type of exercise or something during the afternoons after school. And I eventually went to military school, and during that summer, that's what I would say I was probably the best shape of my life, the summer of 2011. Fast forward, 7 years, and here we stand, September 2018, and I'm about 190 pounds. I'm definitely not happy with kind of how I've gained weight over these years, and it's been pretty gradual. A lot of bad choices eating wise. But I would say probably the biggest things that I've lacked over these last 7 years have been lack of discipline, a lack of motivation, and a lack of self-care. So with discipline, I went through the military college, and that kind of gave me a lot of discipline, but it was a 2-year program. I ended up commissioning in 2 years and got put into the National Guard. So there really wasn't a PT program once I left college at the 2-year institution I went to. So it was really all up to me, and even though I still had that discipline in terms of my job, the physical aspect of it definitely started going down. And that kind of plays into the lack of motivation. I'd say the lack of motivation for me was I just didn't care as much. I hate to say it, but when you get married, it's a lot easier to not care as much about your physical appearance. And that's not the answer, and that's one of the reasons why I'm filming this and putting it up for everyone to see, because it's time to really get serious, and this is gonna help me. For me, for lack of self-care, it was really when you start eating bad, that's like the first step before you really stop caring about what you look like, and that plays in the obviously other things in your life. So those are the 3 things that I think caused me to go down this path over the last 7 years. So that's why I'm doing it, mainly just for myself. And when I get to the point, when I get back to where I was, it's just gonna increase the level of who I am so much more. Why I'm doing this is also for my wife. So she has given birth to our daughter Luella. She has gone through everything that I've gone through in my life, and she's still between 125 and 130, consistently. So the fact that she was able to maintain that with all the things that she's been able to do and had to go through, and birthing a child, there's really no excuse for me. And I'm doing this for my wife because I want to be the best husband I can, and not just the things that I do, but how I look, and she deserves that. So I'm doing this for her as well. So I'm also doing this for my daughter, and I'm not at that level where I'm too tired to do things with her, but I know that me being in shape is just gonna set the example for her, and it's just gonna be more enjoyable when she's getting older for me to go out and do things with her. So I don't want to get to that point, and I never wanted to get to that point where, I was too tired to go out and play with her, or go run around with her, chase her around the house. So for me, doing this for my daughter is also very important. And the last reason I'm doing this is for my career. So right now I'm currently on active duty as an Army officer, and physical fitness is one of the top priorities of who you are as a leader. And I can honestly say that that's been put on the back burners, and that plays a part into who I am as a leader, and there's no excuse. So me getting in shape, me getting the best shape I've ever been in, is also going to increase the productivity that I have as an officer, in terms of setting the standard, setting the example. And that's why I would bring into the title of this transformation, and I'm calling it the Road to 300, because since 2011, I've never been able to max the Army physical fitness test. I was actually the closest I ever was the summer of 2011, when I went to Fort Knox, and the last PT test we took, I scored above 290. But I wasn't able to max the run. I was 18 seconds short, so I ran a 13-minute, 18-second 2-mile, and that was the fastest time I've ever ran to date, and I'm nowhere near that right now. So the max is 13 minutes to get 100 points for that level. So I gotta max the sit-ups, the push-ups, and the 2-mile run. And that's something I've never been able to do since I became an officer. So that's why I'm calling it the Road to 300, and the 90-day journey. So right now, the way I look at it is, we're currently building a house, and right now they're building a foundation, and we're supposed to be finished building by Christmas time. So I'm kind of using that as a metaphor for myself, and right now I'm establishing the foundation, and I'm putting this up to set my goals, to set the groundwork in order to be successful during this transformation. So the goal is to hit my weight that I want to hit by the time we move into our house, which should be right around Christmas time. So that gives me a solid 90 days in order to establish a plan and hit my goal. For me, I've never had a trainer before. I've never had like a legitimate workout partner. So I really have no real professional advice on developing this plan, but I know what the Army teaches, and it's pretty simple. So I'm going to utilize, the way that I was taught back in college, and just keeping it very simple. The biggest things for me is I'm going to try to work out 2 times a day. So mandatory in the morning. So I'm trying to set up my workouts from 6:30 to 8 o'clock in the morning. And that's going to be anything from swimming to cardio to weight training to circuit training. I'm going to try to keep it as diverse as possible. That way I don't get bored. Monday through Friday, I'm going to ensure that I'm working out early in the morning. If I have the opportunity between lunch, during the lunchtime, I'm gonna try to get my second workout in. So from 11:30 to 12:30, depending on if I'm able to leave the office in order to get that workout in. The nice thing is they have a weight gym plus cardio machines right near my office in the barracks that cadre can use. So I'm gonna utilize that for lunchtime, and hopefully I can get a second workout in. And if not, then You know, even if I have to do some type of workout once we put Luella down, then I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna be shooting for 2 workouts a day, Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, I'm gonna just focus strictly on cardio. So, you know, either Saturday or Sunday, I'll have 1 rest day. I'm just gonna focus that on cardio base. So I'm gonna try to get as much running in as I can. My eating plan, I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as possible. I'm choosing to fast until 1 o'clock. So when I wake up, I'll just be drinking water and then Herbalife tea throughout the morning and afternoon until my first lunch period. And I'm going to be focusing on simple meats and simple vegetables. So chicken, salmon, just clean, as clean as possible. And then for my vegetables, I'm going to focus on green beans, asparagus, maybe some corn, just the simple things, as well as like salads to fill me up. And then I'm gonna be focusing on low carbs, so I'm gonna try to limit as much carbs as I can in terms of like bread and rice and so forth. For this 90 days, probably the hardest thing for me is gonna be I'm gonna be cutting out soda, I'm gonna be cutting out tea, and I'm gonna be cutting out ice cream and cookies. And that's probably gonna be the hardest thing for me, because, you know, me and my wife are big on soda and we're big on cookies and ice cream. So this 90 days is gonna be the true test for me to see if I can actually maintain that. I know it's gonna be hard, but I really think if I put my mind to it, I can do it. So this is where I'm at now. This is the first video of the series, The Road to 300. And hopefully, as I go through this, you know, someone else can take this too, and be inspired to start their own journey. But yeah, this series is going to show you the ins and outs. So we'll be focusing on, you know, my meal preps, my workouts, how, you know, just how I'm doing throughout the day, just as accountability factor for me. So you know, I hope you enjoy the journey, and we'll see where it goes. I just finished the first run of the transformation, about 2 miles. Definitely, I definitely feel heavy. My legs are really heavy. I started to cramp up a little bit. I just took it easy, probably about 6 mile an hour run. The key right now is just to build up the endurance. You know, whatever that means, I just gotta keep running, whatever mile, you know, whatever speed that is. So the intent of this series is to keep myself accountable by producing, you know, making these videos on a weekly basis. That's gonna basically keep me accountable to ensure that I'm meeting my goals before I actually submit the videos. So, you know, a part of it is to keep me accountable for myself, and another aspect that would be cool is if, you know, someone watching these videos is in the same shoes I'm in right now, and you know, it inspires them to take hold of, you know, the transformation themselves and try it and get the ball rolling. The plan is every week I'm gonna be doing basically like a weekly video of all my workouts, you know, just speak on how I'm feeling throughout the week, and just continue giving updates. So this morning I was about 192.5. The heaviest I've actually been was 200 pounds, and that was back in I think 2015. You know, I've never got back to 200 since then, but you know, 7 or 8 pounds is not that big of a difference. So You know, I was 192.5 today. The goal is to get down to 165, and every Saturday I'm gonna do a weigh-in to see what my progress is looking like every week. So be looking forward to that as well.